Local traders demand aid. Lose a bit of money or lose some unrest and goods produced. Have some money. You have a problem? I will throw money at it. Support for revolution overseas. As a revolutionary war between our rival and their enemies in the New World continues, more and more people in our country voice their opinion that we shall not stay idle, but help those who struggle for freedom in the colonies. Iroquois are fighting against Spain. Sure, I'll throw some money at you. Fighting against Spain and Portugal. I mean, you're completely isolated by me, so nothing bad can happen to you unless I do it myself, which I'm quite likely to. Probably. Military advisor required. Reinforced speed it is. You have a different culture to me, so I cannot promote you. Army's arrived, go and crush. How long till the cause are done? Still quite a long time. Could totally go after Maldives. Yeah, I can now claim the Maldives. And this will give me a lot of claims on my Zor. Okay, let's retake this province. Let's see where rebels are likely to spawn next. Dutch particularists. Could be fricking anywhere. Hainaut could rise again, though not likely to do so for a while. Okay. Antwerp, 60,000. Well, that's going to be fun. Throw some more ships at Lubeck, where I've already got 139 ships protecting trade. Although I've just realised a whole bunch of these are absolutely ancient. Okay, we need to upgrade those. There's a lot of my money being tied up in Lubeck right now. Hey, Romano. Hey, Romano. Flops in, passing out from the impact on the floor. Right, let's send you up to go and deal with these guys. Thankfully, we have some time to ship in more troops if I need to. I'm hoping that I don't. I'm still embargoing Kilwa, even though that doesn't earn me anything. Let's go ahead and cancel it. Revoke, and I'm going to start embargoing France. This is going to be one hell of a trade war. Because they could effectively block me from Champagne, where I'm getting 18 ducats right now. So basically everything they're getting from the New World is going straight into my pocket. How's sailors doing? Still earning more than I'm using, but that's pretty close. So I probably do need to build some more sailor buildings soon. Protect trade, Lubeck. I'm going to save money so I can do the upgrades. Butuan has insulted me. That's risky. Trading in glass. Diplotech cost has gone down. Sena's having an uprising. Right, let's see if we can beat this with just 5,000 infantry. I mean, you do have 2 cavalry to support. So this is just going to be massive amounts of cannon fire. And we have cannons in the front. And they'll be doing double damage, but they'll also be taking double damage. We won. It's fine. Everything's fine. And you've arrived. Alright, round 1. Fight. So, they have no leader. We have 2 points of morale more than they do. They have the same discipline as us, because that's how discipline works. We have more artillery. They have actually a lot of wastage. They are flanking me quite heavily, but a lot of their backline aren't fighting. And this is actually way more one-sided than I was expecting it to be. Long fight, though. Crushing. 18,000 losses for 8. I'll take it. That's fine. Right, who's next? Kill 1 separatists. Other army is in that position. Mogadishu. Mogadishu is going to be more of a problem. You know what, Mogadishu, I think I'm just going to increase your autonomy. That does lose me a bit of absolutism. But I don't care. It's fine. I earn a lot of absolutism. Right, I'm going to stop here. I still have barks in this fleet. Oh, man. Early frigates are fine. Ish. Alright, yeah, it's these guys that need repairing the most. I'll take the damaged ships. Take like half of you. We'll go down to 100. Select you. You sail Amsterdam. You continue protecting trade in Lubeck. You can join Lubeck in protecting that trade. And we can get a new idea, which is yet another merchant. However, we're only 4 years away from the next tech. Ooh, trade steering. I do like my trade steering. So far has been caught. Right, you need to be upgraded. Cost 1,100. Do it. And Hasselhofster just died. Alright, once you're repaired, you can go ahead and protect trade in Lubeck. And then we'll need to upgrade the other early frigates, which will cost another 1,400. I mean, there are a lot of ships that need upgrading. England has rebels. A belated civil war? I don't think it was. No, these are just Protestants. And Britain's had a terrible, terrible game. I couldn't possibly say why. Right, Amapa, that would be you. I'm going to recall. We're going to send another colonist up here to Canada. Because I want to see if I can establish a colonial Canada. Right, your army is looking rather healthier. We're still quite short on manpower, but that's not a huge problem. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my army. Why aren't you joining that? Come on. You lot join ships. Ships sail over to Africa. We'll stick you in Mogadishu for the moment, and then we will sail over to Ceylon. Meanwhile, my money just keeps on going up and up and up and up. It's the one thing I'm lacking. I desperately need more money. It's a problem. It's a problem I have. Lack of money. That's even with paying my advisors 54 ducats. And there they are. Cores. Cool! And suddenly my income goes up even further. Ooh, you know what else I can do now? Centres of trade. Oh, no, I can't. Why not? Record. You're not in a trade company. Aiden doesn't do trade companies. This would have to be stated. Feels like a bit of a waste, but alright. Malindi, however, is a trade, centre of trade place. Are there any others along here? Do I really need to upgrade all of them? So Fala is a centre of trade on gold. You've already got the dev cost reduction. There we go, level 10. Nice. And people wonder why the Dutch were bankers. Yeah. Uniform regulations. Price of cloth, wool and dyes goes up. Because clearly what I needed was even more money. May I remind you what it is that we produce an awful lot of? Cloth. The enlistment of old are increasingly being replaced by more permanent national armies. As part of this process, many states began to regulate how the uniforms of their soldiers should look, and some have even begun to provide these uniforms themselves to their soldiers. Dye was never cheap, and with the increased demand, now put on dye and cloth, the prices are on the rise. I don't produce dyes. Not yet. Is that an African product? Not really. I have a feeling that's like India. I don't know where most dyes came from, actually. Where would that be? You're still recruiting. That's fine. Hey, Roquin. Hey, Colonius. Right. Where's my army right now? Off the coast of Africa still. That's not a problem. And we can convert another thing. Go ahead and start. Ibo's got rebels. Thankfully I have an army which is actually starting to get some infantry in it. Haven't had a chance to start training you yet, but that is going to be the next thing to occur. Successful bureaucracy. Gain admin. Don't mind if I do. Oh yeah, there's another thing I need to do. More base tax. Diplo rep from Ivory. Nice. I wanted to develop you as well. Need more Diplo points for that. And we do need to build forts down here as well. That can be arranged. Right, where's my navy? They're still in Mogadishu, that's fine. Now that the cores are done, we don't have any overextension, I can go aggressive again. What's the current plan? The goal is a ducat-filled swimming pool for the Stadtholder. We don't have a king here. We're not monarchists. Ugh. Destroying the rebels. Rebels are pretty much destroyed. Marvellous. So we'll retake the province, then we'll head back down to where the rest of our forces there are. How much of... Okay, we've actually lost some of our Zanzibar trade. But we're pushing quite a lot of trade out of Aden south now. So this is when the Middle East is going to start suffering economically. We are pushing more and more money into this, which is then being pushed into here. Although... Here's where the money could get really crazy. I could actually push the trade from the Ivory Coast into the Caribbean. Then from the Caribbean it goes north, around, into the North Sea. From the North Sea it then goes around into Lubeck, and then Lubeck into the English Channel. I wonder if that's actually going to earn me more money. Because remember, the more nodes that that trade goes through, the more value goes up. Right, I'm going to take note. We are currently earning 232 from trade. We're going to start pushing it into the Caribbean. And we'll see what that does to the trade efficiency. Because I still have a lot of ships I can send. In fact, I'm going to start protecting trade in the Ivory Coast more aggressively. And in fact, I think I might start investing in the centres of trade that we have in the Ivory Coast, because this is now becoming a linchpin. That should help. Did the month just switch over? I feel like we just lost money doing this. Yeah, the month did just switch over, but one more month. Because all of this extra trade power is not yet factored. And there's a lot. Good enough. Now what we're going to need to do is ensure that we're pushing as much money out of the Caribbean as possible, so we need a Caribbean trade fleet. And Chesapeake is acceptable. We could always do with more in Chesapeake. We don't have a lot of control over this, but all of that money is going to the North Sea. And then from the North Sea it's being pushed around. I mean, we could do with more control of the North Sea, though it's just going directly into English Channel, so we're not losing it, unlike here, where we're losing half. So I think I do need to just keep on pushing more and more shipping at Denmark, and I need to take some of Denmark. That's becoming pretty clear to me. But first, let's go and take the Maldives. In fact, you know what? We may as well just go and sit off their coast. Jump in the ships. Sit off coast. Yeah, colonies always push half of their trade. Or rather, half the trade goes to the Overlord, and then they keep half, which is why they are collecting some in, for example, Chesapeake. Though, can I tell you explicitly to push more? I don't think so. I can tell you to embargo my rivals. Spain a rival? Wait, who's getting all the trade in the Caribbean? Because it's not me. Oh, it's my minions. And Spain. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you to enforce my embargoes. Whoops. That should push more money out. Apparently the Ottomans are involved in a big fight. Who are you fighting against? Mamelukes, Kilwa, Wasangli, Aden and Sulu. You know what? I don't actually want to help you with that, because I don't want you taking the territories down here. I want them. And we're off the coast. Maldives, I hope you enjoyed your independence. Because you're about to lose it. And Vijayanagar still has no allies. You fool! Dear Copenhagen, burn yourself down or we'll come and do it for you. Signed, the Dutch. Well, it's not so much burning them down, it's taking it, because I need their centres of trade. So it would be like going after Holstein, it would be going... Does Lubeck have a cent? They must do. Yeah, they have a world trade. Yeah, I just need to take over this. Not even necessarily Denmark. It's not Denmark that's doing the damage, with the exception of Holstein. It's Lubeck, it's Hamburg. But that would mean going up against Austria. And I definitely don't have the manpower for it right now. So I'll just need to do it by flooding them with ships for a little while longer. Flooding with ships is something I can do quite well. You're taking some attrition, but you'll survive. Let's go ahead, protect trade. Lübeck. Prospering times. Ayers Nachtigall has become renowned for his country's artistic achievements and blossoming economy. Artists, philosophers and poets are flocking to Gelre, and the thriving economy has allowed extensive artistic funding. This is in Kong. What does Kong do other than produce kings? Of course I then look for king instead of Kong. Crikey. Kong produces ivory. It is not a central trade. Therefore, I want your production to go up. Why fight with fellow Europeans and kill natives instead? Because the Europeans are the ones stealing more of my money! Ostjylland is a level 3 centre of trade in Denmark, was it? Ah, these are the star forts I was building. I need another colonist. Vakvak's already gone. Utaru has not. Where was that again? Oh yeah, down here. Well, yeah, I need to block Spain off from going down this way. The more land I can take from this, the more I can surround French Colombia, the more I can go after them. Maldives is done. And with that, we are now in India. Who are you blockading? Nobody. Colony self-sustaining. Good. Indonesia continues to grow, but I need to take over Coromandel. I have no diplomats. Continue doing that. We'll wait for one of these to arrive. In that case, let's go and park up again, because that's going to take a little bit of time. And we need to start coring you. I can afford to upgrade the ships now. Aha, you're right. Isn't there a detach obsolete button? Yes. Yes, there is. Right, you continue protecting trade in Lübeck. You come over to Amsterdam. You upgrade. Protect trade. Lübeck. I already have 900 trade power here, even without those ships. Yeah, it is. Oh, Ostjylland, you're right. So they've got Holstein and Ostjylland, both of which are level 3s. Yeah, we need to do some damage to the Danes. That used to be Sweden. Sweden to become Finland, apparently. Also, you lot need to head back down here and start drilling, because that's why I have you not being mercenaries, unlike these guys. I have people again. Let's select the ships. Sail out here. Diplomacy. Declare. Oh, no. Fabricate claim. Candy. Thankfully, I have 2 diplomats, so I can then straight away declare war on you. I'm going to take their candy. It's my candy now. Support Norway to help weaken Denmark. That's not a bad idea. Depending on their liberty desire, which is usually pretty low. Yeah, they've only got... Oh no, that's the wrong country. 0 liberty desire. You can only do it if they have more than 50.